It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the 49ers and the Rams, coming up next.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Here we go.
Lance going to put it up right away. He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that, because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. A tough season for them to this point, and here's part of the reason why. You see, the injuries have left them short-handed in prior weeks, and that's the case again here in this one.
Brandon, great teams can overcome injuries and keep their seasons on track, but sometimes even the great teams have injuries that are just too numerous, or they affect the wrong group of guys, the guys who actually lead their ball club, and it's just tough to get past them. This team struggling with that.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Stafford. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Oh, they try a lateral on the return. Now the ball's loose. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the cook.
There he goes left side. down the left sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Stafford now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lance to throw it. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And some strong running. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Hey.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an apple boy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Drake Jackson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the 1st quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
Now Bolden on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. On the counter, this is Singletary. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. The Niners at 4-12 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Let's go. Ready.
Shotgun now for Lance. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Okay, ready?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready?
Throwing now is Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lance. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray from 8 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Stafford. He'll try and fire this downfield for Singletary. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Again, it's Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for Los Angeles first. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
40 got! 40 got!
They run here with Singletary. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a couple of the lead. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ready.
Lance now on first down. Across midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Anthony Schwartz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. An extra point try now for Moody. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Stafford. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have cut the lead back down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Bridal joy after that one.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first.
It got his man complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown!
Danny Gray
with a second touchdown here in this first half.
and the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think the focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half, kind of reboot, start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Danny Gray and the 49er offense headed back out.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Stafford. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake it at Stafford.
And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, they go with Singletary. Shoves him aside, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here we go.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Working from the gun, Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Ready,
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Ready.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll give this to Singletary running right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
165 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp
from 21 yards away.
And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it. But the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Here we go.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Lance looking to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Right side, Thornton with it. And he's going to be taken down. Remember, he needed 4 yards. And 4 yards is going to be what he gets as they do convert here on fourth down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Lance on target to Samuel.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he's going to be taken down here. A A sack back at the 32.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team over.
Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey,
14 yards.
and the Niners will add to their 4th quarter lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Stafford.
And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
How about this? Racing to the end zone. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
and the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And we get a look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 50, it's Stafford.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now and he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
And the 49er hands team does its job. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football.
Review of the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
Get some going. Ready up. Ready.
Lance now on 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Now 2nd and 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football one-up.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now Lance.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown.
Van Jefferson,
75 yards.
And the Rams get a bit closer.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready.
Lance looking to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lance back to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On 4th down, Lance.
That is caught. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray. 34 yards. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And we get a look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Stafford on first down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw, Stafford. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Stafford on third down. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
One last throw here for Stafford. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. It's up and it's good, so that'll mean the final deficit will tally out at 10. On the right side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they go to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play